Hello and welcome, guys, to another episode of The Aftermath. Oh, man.
This was a big one.
This is a good one. We decided to knock it out the park strong this week, and we went with The Terminator.
A vision of the future. 9 years from now. Mankind is on the brink. Where will you be?
Yeah. He's going hardcore into trailer mode now.
It's a good fucking movie.
It's so good.
If you haven't seen it yet, you need to.
Yes. With all that, I thought everything went well. It was like I went in not knowing anything, and I think it was good.
Ended up with a good experience.
Yeah, you'll hear it soon. You'll hear it pretty soon as to what, we'll go into detail about what all we thought about it. But yeah. So, how you been?
I've been good.
You've been good?
Looking forward to this one.
Yeah. I made sure to ask a lot of friends and family as well, just for their insight, and they were like, you got to start off with a classic. You got to start off with something good that people are going to catch on. And I had a few of them that I was like, okay. But then I think you mentioned something about it a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
About the Terminator. I was like,
everybody likes Terminator.
That's it. And I was like, I had never seen it, and you're like, the decision is made.
Unless you've grown up with the newer ones, good lord.
Oh, yikes. Man, I don't got to go into all that.
Oh, thankfully not.
Yes. And then just before all that, we also, for all those who are kind of big into gaming, I guess, if you're not, you'll listen to us kind of ramble for a second, but
boy,
the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo.
Mm-hmm. That's some good shit right there.
That's beautiful, man.
Oh, yes.
Man,
gorgeous.
If there's one thing that Square Enix has been able to do time and time again, I think, is just make something very pretty looking.
Whatever the division is that they handle graphical effects with, I'm sure they'll...
Top notch.
Of course.
Only the best. I remember from, 2007, 8, 9, I think we talked about this before, the Advent Children movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. There was a point where I've never said this about games or movies, because I know, let me just say it, this is the best it's gonna get, or this is the best ever.
Oh, of course.
I've never said that. I may have whenever I was a really little kid. I'd be like, this is beautiful, or this is...
How could this get any better?
Exactly.
This is it.
But there was a point where at some point in my life I looked at a game or a movie and was like...
And then you realized
how
much of a little simpleton you were when you were younger.
It will only increase. It will only go...
Ever-expanding room for improvement.
It will only get better from here. And that was... The Advent Children was that. I remember watching that movie and going...
That looked great.
That was at the time... I was... Even still today, you can watch it back now and you're like, that's still regardless of...
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful movie. But, anyways. Yeah. So...
I hope the remake's good. I don't want them to rush it. I swear to God, if they rush it, then it's fucking awful.
How long they been working on that?
It's been, I want to say, 4 years almost since they announced it.
I mean, if it's anything like that demo that you just played and I watched, it looks like it's going to be pretty tight.
The bombing mission is phenomenal.
The transitions between, cutscene gameplay,
seamless.
I was like, man, beautiful. I was like, wow.
At the end, you can definitely tell when it cuts. I mean, of course, it's going to look different, but it looks so fucking good.
So good. Man.
My favorite shot so far has been the zoom out to get the full view of Midgar.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. I also, talking about graphic stuff, or, special effects and all that kind of stuff, the Unreal Engine stuff recently, this came out a couple months ago. I think I posted in our Discord chat of I can't even remember in detail what it was talking about. I remember watching a video of it and how it perceives texture and stuff, and it has a loaf of bread that they rip apart, and it's it doesn't, it has a physics
that's some real ass bread right there.
That, and it's also skin and stuff. I don't know. It was just, it's crazy.
Our ability to render bread has exceeded expectations.
Yes.
That is now at the pinnacle.
Yes, that is the only thing I needed, was just high quality Unreal Engine toast.
Digital bread.
Beautiful. But yeah,
Anyway, yeah. Enjoy our little tirade on the Terminator.
Man.
And hopefully we won't be targeted next.
Oh, gosh.
Because we will have obviously divulged too much information about the future to you. Unless you don't know what to do.
Is that foreshadowing, Dylan?
Perhaps. Who knows?
Should I be scared?
The singularity should terrify you, Ian, yes.
Okay, well.
Because we are surely obsolete. As opposed to machines.
Guys, you can't see this right now, but Dylan's giving me eyes again, and it's scaring me.
They bypassed us long ago, Ian. They're Control-Alt-deleting us right now.
As we speak. End task.
No, fuck, go back.
Control Z.
This wasn't an upgrade.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. My Google Assistant helps me out with a whole lot right now. And it's like, I get really scared sometimes because I'm like,
It's going to help you find your grave soon enough. Don't you worry.
Wow, dude.
It's got your coffin picked out and everything.
Dang. Anyways.
Beware. The singularity. It's coming.
Oh gosh, I just had like a really weird thought. Maybe we shouldn't go off in this rabbit hole, but I feel like I should though. It's like, what if the Terminator was like a character person? Like was like very like very stereotypical. Like, so you just like walk up in there and he's like, I don't know, just like a
Go on.
He's like just like a really like he's dressed up like in that mob like zoot suit type thing, and he's just like,
God.
Yeah, see, I'm the Terminator. No. He just really like I don't know, he's just really,
like he's a fucking mob boss.
Yeah.
I need a T-800 dressed up in the zoot suit, as you call it, with an old school fedora.
Yeah. I'm looking for Sarah
Connor. With a cigar in his mouth, just to complete the look. Why not?
And it's just like a smaller version goes like, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, what he says.
This is my T-100.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
If I don't like what you says, he's gonna like it even worse.
Yeah, he's gonna muck you up. Man, so bad. God. Like I said, probably shouldn't have gone in that rabbit hole, but that's okay.
That's fine. Boss just considers you obsolete now is all.
That's what I thought.
You don't fit in with my algorithms.
No. My algorithms.
You fleshy meat bag.
Hey, I don't like the way you're looking. That's it.
Let's just say you're a little too organic for me.
I'm gonna pop a cap in you. Or 2. Or 6 when you're on the ground. Man, we don't... Okay.
One initial, then 5 while you're on the floor.
I don't know. We don't need it. Yeah. We already went over that in the episode. That's brutal. But anyways.
Execution style.
Hope you guys enjoy. This is us actually talking about the episode.
Damn,
now.
That was a bit of a long-winded intro.
Oh, man. So, how does it feel? Like,
first, I've got a very important question for everyone else. Where do you see yourselves in 9 years?
Is that how long it is?
Yes, there's a 9-year difference between the present day, like right now,
yeah,
and when everything, or maybe not when everything happens, like starts, but
really,
as the war is taking place in the shots we see, that's the time period.
Yikes.
Are you fighting for humanity?
Wow, dude. There's like... Okay, first and foremost, it's like so... What time... Like, when did that movie come out? Do you know, like, the dates?
1984.
84. Because it feels like deep in the middle of that, like, that 80s movie vibe.
That opening monologue at the start, the text, the machines rose from nuclear ash.
Yeah. That's crazy.
The final battle for humanity's future will be fought here, tonight, in our present day.
Wow.
1984.
It just felt so, like, there was, like, so many moments where I was like, this is just, like, deep in the 80s. Like,
oh, yeah.
It just is, like, such a like everyone's smoking just willy nilly. Everyone just like it's just a thing everyone does. Just like everyone has a cigarette, just kind of inside outside doesn't matter.
Dance clubs.
Yeah,
tech noir.
Yeah, tech noir. There's that, and then
I want that place to be real.
There's also like so much. It's such an action movie. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, I knew that going into it, but it definitely you realize it as you're getting in there. There's just from start to finish. There's like
almost nonstop. Yeah,
there's like dialogue. There's like some character development, and then there's just action.
Right, exposition.
Yes.
Chasing.
Yeah.
More exposition, action.
Yes, exactly. It's like I never felt like it was too much.
Oh no, it's
organized. Yeah, exactly. Because I've watched some action movies where I'm like, I don't understand what's going on.
Follow it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it does a good job pacing itself.
But
it doesn't overwhelm you.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a fun ride. Yeah. But man, I don't think I've watched Arnold Schwarzenegger for such a long period of time and him not crack a smile at all. Yeah. He just was like.
Which movies have you seen him in?
The one that comes to mind right off the bat is Jingle All the Way.
Of course,
obviously.
Don't touch his cookies.
Other than that, I can't really think. I've seen him like in other stuff. Like I feel like I've seen him like in advertisement stuff or whatever.
He's all over the place.
Yeah, I've obviously seen like clips from this movie.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely watching this, I have never seen this movie before, and it was not like a piece of it. I mean, besides like the iconic scenes where it's like the roaring fire and he's all
rising from the debris.
Yes, rising from the ashes. Born anew in his silver glory.
Platinum.
Yes, exactly. Obviously like little clips like that, but besides that I never knew like the lead characters.
Oh, no.
I never knew.
You didn't get the full effect.
No, definitely not. So but it was really cool. Do you have any questions or anything that you
never has intimidation factor been so nailed for me? Like they, oh shit! Sorry, not lean back.
Yeah.
You, whenever he's on screen, you feel it.
Yes, and like his like stoic expression of just like you can't see it, but I'm like
emotionless.
Yes, exactly. I don't feel anything. Like definitely helps.
I'm here to do one thing.
Yeah, and one thing alone. And he like there's a couple times where it was like it just like cold blood. Where he just like walked up and was like, "Bow," and I was like, "Okay, hey,
Sarah Connor."
Yes, bam, 6 times. Mm-hmm. One time you're on the ground and, like,
in broad daylight, motherfucker just walks up to the door, opens it. Yeah. Like, are you this person?
Howdy.
Better not say yes. Bad things will happen.
Yeah, but yes, you're right. There was a couple of really good like tense moments where it was like. Ooh, it had you on the edge of your seat. It had that really good moment of like, oh, buddy.
Oh yeah.
You know, I really enjoyed those moments.
Filled up.
The one thing that got me, that like creeped me out on a whole new level, because I think it was that what's it called? The Valley.
Uncanny Valley.
Uncanny Valley was the point whenever he carved his eye out or whatever.
Yeah, looking in the mirror.
Yeah, but it was the.
They did do a good job. You could definitely tell.
Yes, that it was like
his face doesn't move.
Yeah, it was like a puppet of sorts. It looked good, but then I was like,
the cuts are really good.
Yeah, but it was definitely those parts where like he moved or both of his eyes moved at the same time, and I was like, it made me feel uncomfortable. But again, it played into the whole.
Even then, you could rationalize it that he just makes his face stay still in order to be able to work on it properly.
Man, it's really crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But
complicated machine.
The last few sequences in the movie too, where it's like just the puppetry or what do you want to say for that, of like that, how the actual robot at the end, like I felt like all the chips were put in at that last moment to really nail it on that one. I could feel
the final bout.
Yes, exactly. Everything was dark. The lighting was really good. Where it felt so.
Highlights the thing perfectly.
Yeah, and it like also like the robot moved how you feel like it would move like a robot, because of all like the hydraulic.
Right.
Usually you look at it and like, I think it should move this way.
And it does.
And it does. And oh boy, was it creepy.
Oh yeah.
I think it also doesn't help that it had like real teeth.
Oh yeah.
Like, I was like,
infiltration unit.
Metal skull, real teeth. And you're like, ugh.
Yeah, what you were seeing was the frame.
Exactly. Bare bones.
To be built on.
Yeah. That's crazy. I wanted to get... There was a certain point during the movie where I wanted to ask the age-old question: how many cars did you think they brutally destroyed in the making of this film?
There's been a count, I'm sure, that we can look up.
Definitely. There was points when I looked at it and I was like, man, there were some shots that I was looking that I was like, you can tell with newer movies, you can look at shots and you're like, how much of that is special effects and how much of that is like real
bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. And with that kind of stuff, you're like, that's what you see is what you get with some of that. I mean, there are some special effects, I know, but there were points whenever that car smashes into that other car for the 400th time in the movie. Yeah, it felt real. But halfway through the movie, I was like, man, they're brutalizing these cars, man.
Smell the money burning.
They spent the budget on that last shot with the robot and the cars.
Do we have enough money?
Yeah.
To fuck up these
we
cars?
Can pay the actors. We can buy lunch for some of us, maybe. And then we got cars. That's all we got.
As long as we have enough cars, we'll be fine.
Yes, you're right. The weight of this movie will be carried on the cars alone. Man, I don't know. It was a wild ride at times, but I thought it was good.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. It was.
Such acclaim is not awarded to movies that are below such a standard.
Yes, of course. But yeah. Was there like a favorite part that you had so far of like the?
Man, when that motherfucker gets up after his truck explodes.
Yeah. The slow lean up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you do.
Like you thought I was done.
Yeah. Welcome.
You can't stop me.
Yeah.
About to take your ass to the Thunderdome, bitch.
That was why, like, I love how in certain movies they have like that gleeful optimism in their eyes, like that turning point in the movie, and you're like, we're not done yet. I know this. It's like I've never seen this movie before.
They almost get you whenever the truck explodes.
Yeah, there was definitely a point where I was like, if I didn't know any better, because I know. Like I've said before.
And of course they wouldn't hype up this machine
yes, exactly.
that much if it couldn't survive that.
Yes.
Future technology.
I don't blame the characters in the moment because I'd be like,
of course you'd think it'd be over at that point.
Yes,
but no. No, the T-800 stands firm in the face of explosives.
Exactly. And otherwise,
nothing stops it.
Except for
a hydraulic press.
A hydraulic press.
If you squeeze it hard enough, it's gone.
You squeeze anything hard enough, it's gone. That's one. What's our takeaway?
Just need a gun that fires hydraulic presses.
Yeah, that may be a little more difficult than you think it may be.
Just get a big old hammer with an anvil as the head. I feel like that might work well enough.
Yeah. I'm just trying to I'm trying to come up with a schematic in my head of how that would fire and how could you reload that.
It'd have to be styled like a rocket launcher. You fire these things out of tube.
Oh, got it. It's like a 2-man job. You can't do it okay. I see.
The back blast is just splinters.
Yeah, got it. Man, I'm trying to go through all the stuff again.
Yeah. What'd you like about it the most?
There's a lot.
Yeah.
It felt like a good old-fashioned action movie. So I guess
because that's what it is.
Exactly. It does what it says on the tin. Overall, like I feel like there was some parts where I felt like it was like a little fast, but again, it was like it's an action movie, so what do you expect? But like.
Ain't got time to be slow.
Yeah, but I felt like it progressed pretty good, but it also like it
slows down at the right points.
Yeah.
To give the characters the development they need.
Yeah.
A bit of backstory.
Yeah.
More elaboration on the grim, dark future.
Of what's to come.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can definitely see where they could elaborate, too. Like...
Oh, wait till we watch the second one.
Oh, yeah.
That's good shit right there.
That's the one that I said before that had traumatized me, that had, as a kid, because I'd only seen that one scene.
Oh, yeah.
But I felt like it was a really good movie. Like, they had... I felt like because of the way the Terminator worked, where he just was like a no funny business, just
straight to the point,
shoot first, never ask questions ever kind of mentality. It's like
oh no, he asks questions.
Yeah, just the right ones. But there was like those, we were introduced to characters, and then just enough to kind of understand what was going on, and then he would just like off them.
Yep.
The best friends.
This person is relevant in this way.
Yes.
Now watch him kill him.
Yes, exactly. That, and of course I want to know the logistics of how the entire police force of Los Angeles basically is doing right now, because they're all dead.
You know them.
All 30 of them.
Never been quite on the ball.
I called it though, right? Whenever you were like, "Don't worry about it. You're going to be safe. There's 30 police officers," and I was like,
"I'll be back indeed." Would you like to see my car?
Yeah, that's easy mode for the Terminator.
Where is Sarah Connor? Oh, she's just in this back room. Great. I'll hang on a second.
Yes, just wait.
Watch this.
Yeah. I knew there was like iconic phrases from Terminator. I just didn't know which ones. So like the whole like "come with me if you want to live." I knew of that phrase, but I didn't know where it was until I heard it, and I was like, "Oh, is that what that's from?" And you're like, "Yep."
Now you see the origins.
Yes, I get the makings.
Proper context.
Yeah. That's really cool. Man, action movies.
Don't worry, there are 30 police officers in this building. You couldn't be more safe.
How come I feel like I'm gonna die soon?
T-800 is about to
wreck your
lay
life.
off the entire police force in the stage.
Early retirement, baby.
I'm handing them out like it's candy. Pink slips
You
for
get
everybody.
retirement. You get retirement.
Only thing is, they're inside these bullets.
Yes, exactly. I normally don't ever like time travel stuff because I'm scared how time travel, like, it gets messy really fast.
The way they do it is they don't elaborate on it. They don't say how it's done away.
That's good.
They just say it's this certain technology.
Yeah.
And that they use it.
Yeah, and it just is.
It just works.
Yeah. And there's no backsies.
Nope.
He said that at the interrogation. One and done, baby. But the only thing that's kind of weird is, like, I mean, I get it, but it's also kind of weird though. Like, you have to go in naked. It's kind of like that's kind of creepy for whoever has to be on the other end of that. Even if it's planned, like, even if you know, like, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna be.
They target nudist beaches specifically. Gotcha.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, there's still the whole lightning effect and the little half circle in the ground, but other than that, it's normal.
Yeah, just completely normal.
Hey man, I forgot my clothes. Do you have like a spare set anywhere?
And that old homeless guy who's like, there was a point I was gonna ask you, I was like, what is he saying? But I knew it probably didn't matter at all.
Because homeless.
He's just rambling. And he talking to the police officers, and I was like, did he take the homeless guy's pants, or he just find pants? I know, but all of a sudden, like, this guy is running with pants on, and I'm like, wait.
He was lucky enough to find a pair just lying around.
Got it. Okay, good.
Discarded.
Yes.
By those more fortunate, we'll say.
Yeah, I didn't know we were gonna get full on nudity.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that was like a thing. So like, we're not even
broadly accepted in the 80s, as we all know.
Exactly. There was a character, a younger character, that, like, the three hooligans at the beginning of the movie.
Oh yeah.
There's like the middle guy. I've known him from a whole bunch of stuff.
One of them played one of the Marines in Aliens.
Yes, that's the guy I'm talking about.
Over Man.
He has the blue spiky hair. I was like, look at you.
Fuck you, asshole.
No. I love the.
Yeah, he got real fucked.
Yeah, all real. I love whenever he starts going down, like, it's like a role playing game, possible
response. Oh yeah, it pulls up a fucking dialogue wheel.
I love that. I was like, man,
you got a dead cat in there or what?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, fuck you.
And the guy's
asshole.
The guy's like, all right. It just kind of mows
yeah,
it.
fucking whatever. It's not my business.
Yeah.
Housekeeping piece of shit, dude. I don't know who they cast for the role of housekeeper, but that dude did not fit the bill.
Nah.
Maybe, I'm sure it made sense for the kind of rundown apartment that he was hiding out in, but odd thing.
Creepy. The amount of times that the Terminator walks out of a place or into a place just fully clad in weapons, and people are like, oh,
just,
like, yeah.
Oh, it's no big deal. It's just, you know.
I just feel, and again, I know this is, it's like movie logic, so it doesn't really have to.
No one's gonna bat an eye.
Yes, exactly.
The fucker's loaded, strapped as shit.
So help me God, there's a guy who walks in here with a shotgun and an assault rifle. I'm out.
Oh yeah. Excuse me, sir. You appear to have a SPAS 12 and a AR-15 with a SWAT mag.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, he's okay. Yeah, carry on. You're good.
Cool.
Go ahead, pass right through.
Don't even look at me. Don't even.
Please.
I don't exist.
Pretend I didn't talk to you at all.
I am a fly on the wall.
Yep.
Man.
I love the "you shouldn't have looked at me" logic.
Yeah.
I'm killing someone.
Yeah.
When you look at me, you're dead.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
It's just the way it is.
Just ignore me. You let me pass, you're good.
I have a prime directive, and if you're in my way...
Any obstructions to my objective will be dealt with.
Yes.
With extreme prejudice.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
He's giving me eyes, guys. I'm scared. Yeah. Man. Yeah, it's a... I'm trying to think of what else.
They really hit a nice angle in that time frame. I can only think of... It was the first, like... You could think of it as like a slasher flick where the main villain is an automaton rather than flesh and blood human being, as most of them were back then.
Yeah.
So they really cornered the market on that, I feel like.
Yeah.
Nice little change in direction.
It's like a little column A, little column B.
Oh yeah.
It does feel like a slasher. Like now that you say that.
Oh yeah, he tears up everybody.
All of it doesn't matter.
Taking shots, doing nothing.
Yeah.
You know.
No cars to
reinforced armor plating.
I love all the different ways that they try to hack into the cars.
Oh yeah.
The first time we there's like hot wiring, quote unquote, to the car. Like the Terminator gets in the car, takes apart
the steering wheel cover, and just fucking
grabs a screw. And goes. And I'm like, what the heck? I know this is the 80s and that probably actually works in some vehicles. I just thought it was funny. I was like, man, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That, and then of course you also got Kyle. Was that his name?
Yes.
Kyle Reese. Kyle's over here like he's
man of the future.
He smashes the key holder and it takes it apart, jiggles it around, and then shoves it back in there and it works again. I'm like, man, what a simpler time.
Right.
Crazy.
I love that he didn't know what to do right off the bat. Motherfucker's just a soldier, not like he's a man of the future that you wouldn't expect to be after seeing how he acts.
Yeah. He goes back to the future and is like, all I know is to protect.
Yeah. Because he grew up in that time frame, so I mean, I guess it makes sense actually. Now that I think about it.
It's also like, when you think about it, especially after the fact, now that I'm thinking about it, it really makes you, it kind of puts into perspective how would you handle that situation as him? Like, your target is to make sure she does not die. Mm-hmm. Woman that you love, potential future mother of your child, and savior of the world.
Mother of the future.
Yes, exactly. And it's like, how do you attack this? Because she has no idea who you are.
Right. Yeah, no, he plays the stalker game at first. Just tails her for a minute, waits for the Terminator to show up so he can figure out if it's a Terminator.
Yeah.
And then gets the ball rolling from there.
Oh, if we're talking about also sound effects. There's a point when I feel like they just
I love the laser light shows of the future.
Yes, laser guns. I love the sound.
Pew, pew, pew.
The sound design of the laser guns were legit. But like, what I was talking about is like I feel like, hear me out. They had like a meeting and they were like, okay, whoever's doing the sound design, anything that has a gun sound, crank it up to 10. I want that sound loud and in your face.
Oh yes.
There were so many times where I was like, they would hold a weapon and everything's like normal volume. And it's like, like, oh my god, dude.
It has to be the audio focal point of the scene.
There's a microphone inside your gun.
Don't worry, you can still fire.
Yes. It's just for decoration.
In fact, we'll be holding a microphone right next to the muzzle.
Yes.
So fire away.
Man. Makeshift pipe bombs, the whole 9 yards, guys. All
nitroglycerin based. More stable.
Yeah. I don't know if we need to know all that. Crazy. Whenever he impersonated the voices too, that was cool.
Oh yeah,
I was
dude.
like, man, you want to talk about Hunter?
They prepare for anything. Every possible scenario it might encounter. Accounted for.
How do you feel about all of it? Especially, like I said, now that it's been... When was the last time you said you saw it?
The last time I watched it was... Let's see. It was definitely sometime last year.
Really? How does it feel, like, rewatching it again?
It's only reinforced my love for the film.
Yeah, I get you.
Every watch is just a reminder, we'll say.
Yeah. Everything in like the 80s especially just had like a vibe
good
about
feel.
It just had a feel about it.
Prime time stuff.
Everything from like the diner that she works at to the cars themselves to like just the clothes sometimes. It just, all of it feels very...
That shit's gonna be a period piece.
Oh, just forever.
Way later.
Forever. It, like I said, it also has like this weird kind of like certain areas feel dirty. Like I know, like not like
the inner city alleyways.
Yeah,
full of trash and grime.
And like I said, I always found it funny. Like no matter what movie, what TV show, or anything that had to do with the 80s, everyone's got a cigarette.
Of course.
Inside, outside.
Everybody
like
smoked in the 80s.
I don't know why. I know why, but it's just, it's funny to see like it, you know, conceptualized.
Yeah.
We're all sitting here getting freaked out about vape and cigarettes, and it's been what, 30 years? 20? My gosh, has it been 40 years since the 80s? 30 years? Yeah, 40 years. Wow.
Right.
Man, we've come far in 40 years.
How about that mental math, folks?
Yeah, you're right. I thought that it was still like the teens again, so I was thinking it's like still like 18,
you don't know
19.
what time you're in.
Exactly.
This movie's confused you.
Am I part of the future? Yeah. It just,
to them you are.
Yeah. It's crazy to think about that. And it's also crazy to think that like our parents had like lived through a lot of that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
it's just an interesting time frame to think about.
Yeah. My parents were give or take in their 20s in the 80s. So like that's me right now.
Yeah.
Being in, you know,
we're in our 80s, Ian.
Yeah, I know. That's exactly.
Better make them last.
You're right. I gotta start doing crazy stuff to my hair. I gotta start wearing parachute pants, man.
Of course. That's why I get out.
Yeah.
Make it blue.
Yeah.
Say fuck you, asshole.
To random naked men in the street.
Grab a switchblade.
Man. Oh, wow. That was another thing, the switchblade. They had good sound effects like that. And it was also timed.
It just straight up, like,
everyone
style street gangs. Just walking around.
Hey there, bub.
Leather jackets lined with chains.
Yeah. And studs.
Mm-hmm.
Man. That's crazy.
Yeah. Fashion was a different thing.
It was a weird time.
Mm-hmm. The hair, man. Big fucking hair.
Yeah. When they go out to like the club and stuff and they're like getting ready and it's like you can see what they're dressed like. And
nowadays I'd be like, are you going to a costume party?
Yeah, oh gosh.
The fuck are you doing?
How about whenever the Terminator lost his eyebrows and like he was just like
singed.
He was wide-eyed the whole time. Anytime he like turned his head, I was like, oh.
That was just unsettling.
I thought he was peering into my soul at that point.
It's a slow degradation.
Yes.
The facade slowly falls away and you see it.
Oh yeah, I think it was good, but it's just like this is a real descent into madness.
Oh yeah.
I still get wigged out by those 2 points, but again, it's not like it's because it's bad. It's because again, it's just preference, I guess. He's like I said, is the puppet head when he cut like his eye, and it's like that whole like it just
checking himself out in the mirror.
Yeah, it looked good for it being a puppet.
Oh yeah, that was flawless.
But I was like, I don't like it. It just makes me feel makes my stomach feel weird.
Man, it's freaky.
Yeah. Which again, like I said, of all the people for it to be,
and he's a robot. So
yeah, exactly. So it's like it checks out that he's not real. But is that? And then there was like the animation, like the stop motion, like jittery. Yeah. It feels like a horror movie at that point, because I feel like every time you ever seen something like that, where you're being chased by something that's like not moving like you do like that, it's like horror movie stuff.
The shot that gets me is when they're trying to get into the factory, and it's like right behind them. And you could see it in the shot coming up slowly.
And she slams the door. That was a tense moment. Oh yeah, that felt good.
And he fucking busts right through it.
Yeah,
not eventually, of course, but
man,
he can't stop it.
I felt so good when he shoved the pipe bomb in his chest. I was like, hell yeah, dude! It blew up.
So begins your end.
Exactly, man. I thought that...
Or so you think.
Yeah. There was a point where I thought that was going to be the ending point. I let my guard down just enough to go, this'll be...
Poor
fool. And then he's like, no, I'm a torso. And I was like,
I'm not done yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. You must be thorough in their destruction.
Yeah. Again, now don't spoil anything. I know you're not, but that's also where it gets kind of crazy with the future now. It's like the newer movies, 2 and so on. It's like...
Oh, we're stopping at 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not going past 2.
Got it. How many Terminator movies are there?
Oh, gosh. I'd have to look up the list.
Really? That's that many? Because wasn't like the most recent one 5 or something?
I think...
I don't know. I don't have the ability to pull it up right now either, but yeah.
What a mistake.
Yeah.
Left our phones.
That's all right.
But yeah, I'd consider anything past 2 to not be worth the watch.
Yeah. Okay. I believe you.
Whereas it's best when you keep it as the 2. The first one and the second one.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Yeah. What happens past that is like different expanded
past that, it's just
history or something.
I definitely consider it a bit of a cash grab.
Oh,
beating a dead horse, especially with this fucking new movie they made.
Yeah.
That I haven't looked into at all, but I might, just for the sake of it. But yeah, Judgment Day.
Got it. Okay. We'll put that on the list. It may not be the next one, but it will be on the roster
later down the line.
Yeah, at least we can check one off the list. Terminator, and I felt like
a big one too.
Yes, man.
Still can't believe you've never seen it.
Until now, my guy.
Until now.
Until now.
Thankfully, that mistake has been rectified.
Yes, exactly. Well.
But there are so many more.
Well, we'll get to that. This is the first of many. But yeah.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Good action movie. Knock it out the park strong.
Oh, of course.
Anyways. Thanks everyone for listening. Check back again, hopefully in another week or 2. And we'll have another...
feast for the eyes.
Another feast.
At our disposal.
Yeah. I want to try and get it, like I said, every week if I can. But with life and work, everything gets a little crazy. But
our schedules are muddled and disorganized.
At best.
Blame us if you can.
Anyway.
You deal with the same.
He's
Good night.
Bye.